Hello, hi everyone. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night from wherever you are listening this message from. This is TDM Ministries and Karibone Sana to the message of the day. And today I want to address, not everyone particularly, but to the person that God is allowing to listen to this message. And I don't know who you are, where you are, but if you hear this message, it means that God wanted you to hear it. And today I'm talking about being wary. And we are living in in a current country, in a current system, and in a current world that is leaving us overwhelmed most of the times. A lot of things financially are not making sense, emotionally are not making sense, spiritually are not making sense because everyone is doing everything, and it looks like the touch of God has been lost. And sometimes when you are in a difficult place, you don't know who to turn to. And families have also become enemies, colleagues at work have become enemies, people are always pushing for your downfall. And sometimes you're going through so much that you are even wondering, is there God? Sometimes you're even praying and you're trusting in God and you're pushing in faith, but you don't feel like your faith and your prayer and even your belief for faith is working or going somewhere. Today I came for such a person like you. You're weary, you're tired, and you don't know who to turn to or where to go. The Word of God reminds us today that He has told us, those who are weary, to come to Him, that we look and see how far He has brought us, and He's still with us. So He's still going to continue to be with us. We should not be worried about a thing. And no matter what situation you're going through, you're probably trusting in God for something. Like why I'm trusting in God to transition into ministry fully because I want to serve Him. And I'm also having challenges where I work. And emotionally, you're still very uncertain. And you are trusting in God to be able to provide and bring clarity in all situations and to lift you up and to help you elevate to a level that you can comfortably serve Him without having to worry about finances or family or your emotions. Today I came for someone like you, and I want to encourage you today that God has not forgotten. He may take a little bit more time, but He will get there. The Word of God tells us it will tarry, but it will arrive. It may take time, but it will arrive. And I want to encourage the group of people that are in a trusting situation like I am. You're trusting in God for your siblings' jobs. You're trusting in God for your, your parents' businesses. You're trusting in God for your own, growth emotionally, financially, and nothing seems to make sense. You feel like you're going round and round, the same situation, patterns, cycles don't seem to break. I know there's a God who breaks all patterns and cycles. And today we call upon the name of the Lord that breaks patterns and cycles, that makes everything that does not make sense to make sense. That's the God we are calling today, the God of Abraham, Jacob, Isaac, the God of the Israelites. That is the God we are calling upon, the God who's able to do exceedingly, immeasurably more beyond that we could even ever wish or ask for. That is the God we are calling to. And I want us to join in faith and trust and believe that His timing is perfect, that His timing is completely perfect, that no matter how tired we are, no matter how long we've waited, His timing is perfect and it is coming to pass. And I want us to believe in God that He can do the impossible. The jobs, the businesses, the opportunities we are trusting in God for, He shall fulfill. The work challenges we have that look so painful, that He will remove them. That anyone that is fighting against your progress, God will deal with them. I want us to hand over our battles, our pain, our cries, our exhaustion to the living God, because He has never failed us and He will not start now. I want you to believe that God can do something extraordinary even right now. It does not have to be tomorrow or the day after. You just have to believe. He said that even if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you will speak to mountains to move and they will move. And as we are cursing and we are praying for mountains to split, to break, that we do not have to move them ever again. And I'm believing in God for that kind of breakthrough. And I'm trusting in God with you that He will give us the financial breakthrough we need, the emotional breakthrough we need, the healing that we need, the sanity that we need, that He will provide for us despite, because He is our source. The houses we live in, we will not have to live because of lack of rent. We will not have to go without food because of lack of food. He is providing because He said He will provide for our needs. That is His word, and He's not a man to lie. Today I just came to encourage you, who you are, who is out there and you're feeling weary and you're feeling drained, that you're not alone. And I want you to believe with me that God can change our situations, and He has changed our situations. Brother and sister, be encouraged. This is TDM Ministries, and tomorrow I will be back with another word from the Lord. And we trust that whatever we have prayed, believed, and spoken tonight, it shall come to pass. Wherever you're tuning in from, be blessed, be blessed. Shalom. This is TDM Ministries.